All right, welcome back to a ROATM here in Little Rock. I'm here with one of our best partners, Panduit, especially in the industrial network piece. I'm here with Michael. Let me get the name tag right there. Why is Panduit so integral to the industrial network, and where do you guys fit in?
Well, Panduit, Rockwell Automation, and Cisco came together a few years back, developed what is called the CPWE, which is Converged Plant-Wide Ethernet. The Converged Plant-Wide Ethernet architecture basically segments all the network traffic in a factory in such a way to isolate the cells from the HMIs, from the enterprise traffic. The architecture itself is called out for different pieces and different components that have to come together to create what is called a synergy between all of the edge networking activities between the devices and the PLCs, and above the PLCs to the HMI, and above the HMI to the enterprise. What Panduit does in this CPWE architecture is we provide all the infrastructure components for these networks. And we do it in such a way that we develop what is called an integrated solutions, where at the zone level, we call our zone controllers, the one that's shown next to me right here. Basically, we take the switches, all the communication components, out of the control cabinets for the simple reason. When you are troubleshooting a switch, you need to have it live. If you have it inside of a control system near a PLC, although it's safe, you need to always shut down the power to get into a power controller. You don't need to shut down the power in a zone enclosure, because the zone enclosure is low voltage. And you do that, you need to get at it while it's still hot to do all of your diagnostic. At the zone level, like this device here, you have communication that is secured through fiber patching to the horizontal network, and through copper patching to the devices. And you have several configuration of this type of a box. You could have a 1 switch, 2 switch, up to 4 switches. The switching inside these devices are Stratix, they're Rockwell Automation. The best switching possible for network communications. All of the devices around it are all Panduit-based devices, including uninterruptible power supplies. Why do we use uninterruptible power supply? We do it because the switches are susceptible to changes in power. So if you have dirty power coming to the switch will always go through a reboot, which causes your network to go down. Our uninterruptible power supply will ensure that you have good power coming to these switches. Now, at the second layer in the architecture, we use something called distribution frames. Those are also integrated solutions where we integrate Cisco switch, 19-inch rack switching and patching to allow all of these different zone enclosures to communicate up to the second layer in the architecture. We also have components at the third layer, which is up at the data center. Inside of a factory, you are dealing with similar style solution where inside an enterprise, you will use a data center. Inside of a factory, you also have what we call a micro data center. There too, we have solutions that also have copper and fiber communication that gets distributed down to all the layers in the factory. So this is what Panduit does on the communication side. We do have a lot of electrical components as well. So if you look over to the side, you'll see what we have for solutions on the panel build activities. So we have all kind of DIN rail type solutions. We have a lot of shielding. We have a lot of corner type ductwork. All of the devices you see here, they're all called smart control panel design. And we do this to optimize the space inside of a control panel. In a similar configuration, you could be using one or two on all of these devices depending on what the panel build need is. I hope this is what you're looking for. Come on down. We'd love to talk to you anytime, and you could work with our solution partners to help you solve any network and or electrical problem that you may be having.